Hey shooters, back again with another 22 subsonic ammo gauntlet. This time featuring my new Stribog TR22, which is a version of the Stribog 22 long rifle chambered. It has a 10-inch barrel. I've got my Rugged Mustang in the full configuration 22 suppressor on here. Got a few things on it. I put a brace on it, of course. I put the extended rail on here just because I like how it looks and feels. A few accessories. I'll do a separate video on what I've done to this so far and how I like it. But this video is about how it handles 22 subsonic ammo. So in case you hadn't seen any of the other videos, I've got a little process here where I go through as many 22 subsonic loadings as I can find and shoot 2 at the steel target, the white target in front of me, 1 into the dirt, the grass, and then 2 more into the 12-inch gong at about 50 yards. And what I'm looking for here is overall sound, recoil, how does it function? Does it function in the weapon? And we'll see. If you like this kind of content, I've got about a dozen other guns where I do this exact same gauntlet. Check out all my other videos. So let's get started. Up first, just as a baseline, we're going to start with CCI Blazer 22, which is 1,200 plus feet per second. Definitely not subsonic, but I just want to let you see what it, see what it sounds like. All right, here we go. Obviously functions fine. All right, next up, I will be rolling in pictures. Obviously, you should see them now. But next up is the CCI standard velocity, very common 22 bulk ammo, but this is naturally subsonic at 1070 feet per second. 1070 feet per second. Okay, obviously I have no hearing protection in here, so sounds great, functions great, should. It's most common subsonic. Okay, up next is this this new Winchester super suppressed. It's in a black box. It's got like a black coating on it. They have different feet per second versus whether it's shot out of a pistol or a rifle. I think out of a rifle it said like 1060 feet per second. Still subsonic. Let's see. Maybe a hair quieter than the standard velocity. Okay, up next, some Fiochi. This is a 22 subsonic. Not sure of the grainage here. 40 grain. Sounds good. Didn't lock back. One more before the reload. Up next, this is some CCI. This is subsonic 22 long rifle hollow points, rated at 1050 feet per second. 1050 hunting round. That last one sure was quiet. Okay, so all sound pretty good. All sound very similar to the CCI center velocity. So let's do some reloading. Up next, Aguila 40 grain subsonic solid point, 1,025 feet per second on the box. Okay, did not fully pick that one up. Pick that one up. So did not pick that one up. Okay, so that's 2 it didn't like. Didn't pick that one up, and you can see the bullet is just barely falling out. It did pick that one up, but what it did not do was reset the hammer. Okay, that was the Aguila. All right, up next is the Norma. I will say first, this is a brand new gun. I probably shot maybe 200 rounds through it. It is cleaned, but after break-in, maybe the springs will loosen up a little bit, and it would run some of the lighter loaded stuff. But let's try this. This is the Norma TAC 22 subsonic. Rated at 1,017 feet per second. Nope. Did not reset the hammer. All right. Ejected out okay. Had that one that did not reset the hammer, and I had to rack it out. So now we are at we're at some Gemtech. This is Gemtech 1020 feet per second. They're subsonic loading. And I will say, much stronger recoil. The brass went a good 10 yards away. Yeah, you can hear it hit harder. You can hear it slap the ground harder. Recoils more, ejections more. So either that Gemtech is not exactly right, or that Norma is actually loaded a lot lighter than they say. All right, up next, this is some CCI Suppressor 22 subsonic hollow point, 970 feet per second. So now we're underneath the 1,000 feet per second mark. Okay, good ejection. Lock back, ran fine. One more before reload. This is the Federal American Eagle 45 grain subsonic, and this is also 970 feet per second on the box. Not as strong of an ejection as the previous. Ran fine, locked back fine. All right, a few more. Okay, a few left. This one is a popular one. This is the CCI Quiet 22, the semi-automatic version, which is loaded a little bit harder than the standard version. This is 835 feet per second. This is usually the best, quietest ammo that will reliably cycle in most semis. Let's see. Let's see if you load it. Okay, barely tumbled out. Did not reset the hammer. Did not pick up a round. That's a little better. Did not. That may just be a bad bullet because I see a strike on that one. Okay. I don't know. So one of them had a little hiccup. So up next is the normal Quiet 22. This one is the 40 grain, and this is 710 feet per second. I highly doubt this runs. Yeah, didn't even try to eject it. There's the brass. Very quiet. Sounds like a pellet gun. Can you tell if the? I'm going to look see if I can even see the bolt barely moves back. Last one. Got to hit that. All right, so that obviously, miscounted. That obviously will not cycle in this guy. And lastly, just for fun, we're going to shoot the Aguila Colibri. This is the basically primer only, 20 grain little varmint round, you know, for shooting rats or whatever. No powder in it besides a primer. You know, 400 feet per second, so which is not a lot. Obviously, this is not going to cycle. Let's see if it loads. Loaded fine. Truly sounds like a BB gun. Dirt. Let's see if we can ring some steel. I'm going to aim a little high. It hit. I don't know if you could hear it, but it did hit. Last one. Let's go for that 85-yard steel. Oh, hit the wood. All right, so we learned a few things. We learned that it did not like my Norma TAC-22, which I do like that ammo. Also, did not like the Quiet 22 semi. Again, maybe after a little bit of break-in, maybe after a few thousand rounds, those springs would break in. But otherwise, I really like the gun. It shoots great. I have the 9 Stribog, so it's a great little trainer. I'm trying to set it up very similar. So if you want to know more about this 22 Stribog, I'm going to do a separate benchtop video on it, just kind of going over what I do, what I've done to it, what I like about it, and whatnot. Give me a comment. Tell me if there's something I missed that I need to, need to test, need to try to pick up and test on this channel. Tell me what you like. Tell me what you don't like, okay? All right, guys. Appreciate you watching.